Alright, hello everyone. So Dudes has to get his furnace replaced. We are still on Prophecy Gathering Storm. We are dealing with a Tyranid infestation. The postbook, I did give you 2 space heaters to use until management makes up their mind. Well, that's good. It's warming up, though, at least. I located the Harlequin on the former Maiden world, which became a barren, featureless wasteland after the Exterminatus, devoid of all life, except for those Tyranid organisms that survived the bombardment hiding underground. The grim irony of it. The Harlequin agreed to help me, but first I had to purge an Aeldar shrine at the epicenter of the Tyranid infestation. I took Van Winter's advice and called in Sir Ambrose Caradoc and his Freeblade Knight to assist us. Alright, so we get to play as the Knight again. Which is always exciting. Also, I took the time to get some lemon tea. Pretty good. All right. So Ambrose Caradoc.
Another heroic quest to cull the enemies of mankind. Glory to the Emperor!
I admire your sense of dedication, but focus on your mission. The threat you are about to face is immense.
What else would a solitary knight seek, if not a relentless battle? And a victory against all the odds!
The zone of your current engagement is swarming with Tyranids. I must also warn you about the venomous clouds obstructing large areas.
Trust me and the Crimson Wanderer, my brother in battle.
I am not your battle brother, sir, but I wish you a good fight. You must clear the entire area so the Inquisitor can proceed to the target location.
I'm not your brother, guy. I'm not your guy, friend. This is a bit different than our usual fare, though. Oh, this is really big. Oh, he did already, though. Striking me from behind. I'm not your guy, friend. I'm not your buddy. Yeah. I'm not your friend, guy. Had a guy in well, a few years back who asked me why all Canadians call each other buddy, guy, and friend. And I was like, I think you watch a little too much South Park and can't determine real life from comedy. I'd like to believe that maybe he was joking, but this guy never ever gave me the idea that he was joking. bounce. Yeah, crushed.
Will this unholy tide ever subside? The Wanderer is wading knee-deep in their corpses, and still they fight.
I feel your frustration, pilot. I have fought Tyranid only once. But rest assured, all the filth in the galaxy, I hate those abominations most fiercely.
Really? I feel like Kai's here hates everything. It was quite weird to hear him say that he hates something most fiercely. I guess we should go this way. Mostly because I can see that one from here. So, dudes, are you happy you at least have an answer to the confirmation of your issue? Even though they're probably not going to do anything about it, you know, it's still good to have like an answer about it. Good to have some vindication. Does it feel good to finally have your suspicions confirmed about the furnace? To know that you were right this whole time and that your building owners were being stupid? Effects. Little shit's here on fuck on me. Okay, where are we at? Let's check over here just to be sure. There might be a couple enemies, but I'm fairly certain there's not. We're gonna go to the center of the world planet, like that map over there. Or the top left corner. Also above. I now have to text all the remaining enemies. Even though the bar is so tiny, like look how many are still showing up on the map.
The Squire Skulls are reporting new activity. The massacre has drawn out the Synapse creature as expected. My experience in Xenos matters is limited to fighting the Inquisitor. Is this development good or bad? It is quite subjective, I'm afraid. You will be facing a truly monstrous creature. However, it also possesses a psychic power that unites the Tyranids of his swarm. So killing it makes them lose control. But that is great news! The more dangerous the opponent, the more glorious the victory!
Checking the systems at Applebee for many years did pay off in a way. For sure. For sure. Alright, so here's our boss up here.
Abomination! With the blade!
Yeah.
Inquisitor, the swarm is no more! The Crimson Wanderer has fulfilled its sacred duty. The area has been cleared. The machines spirit of my knight will need some soothing psalms after all this taint. You are free to proceed to the ancient shrine you seek, Inquisitor.
Hurrah, we did it, team! Holy night. Alright. Good thing about these later missions, though, is we're fighting a lot of things that we didn't fight before, like the Aeldari and the Tyranids. Sir Caradoc broke through the Tyranid ranks, and the biological horrors were ultimately defeated by the loss of their synapse creature. Without the intelligent organism, the remaining Tyranids reverted to a feral, instinctive state, which has given me the window of opportunity to find the Aeldari shrine. Time is of the essence here. Yeah. All right.
Inquisitor, may I remind you that you have only gained temporary respite by eliminating the synapse creature. The Tyranids are still unorganized, but soon another organism will replace the original synapse creature.
I have no time to lose then. I must locate that Aeldari shrine immediately.
Yeah. Dudes, how do you feel about the Aeldari? There you go. Die, bosses. I think there's supply crates just hanging around here.
Another Aeldar memory crystal, which has survived an exterminatus. I wonder what it would.
We don't know a translation protocol on the provided material executed. Raw transcription. The spirit stones of the ancients may protect us against she who thirsts, but they are useless in this nightmare. My lover glimpsed into the flow of time, and there is only death. The monkey celebrating a hollow victory. Once the body arrives, their planets will burn and all will be devoured by the great maw, and severing the tendril granted us some time. If the cold, General, answers us, there may be hope. Conclusion Alpha. The decrypted mnemonic imprint lacks cohesion and logic, but correlates with the theory of arc vivisector Roderick Theta X. The cited Magos, may he be blessed by the mysterious decimal bliss, was the greatest expert in Tyranid Tyranid organisms in the Caligari sector. He theorized that we were facing only probing incursions from the aberrations in the main forces of the High Fleet Garm, and yet had yet to arrive. This theorem would also explain the unusual lingering behavior of the surviving Tyranid organisms.
Bioscanners indicate the approach of psi-active organisms, probably inbound from the adjacent zone.
How about that, guys? Take a drink.
So it has been just a lull. I'd better get ready for them then.
You are closing in on the shrine. The architectural components of the nearby ruins are consistent with our records on spiritual Aeldari structures.
I'm convinced that it has become the lair of something much more materialistic.
A lot of enemies here. Alright. Slowly but surely we're killing off the 5,000 enemies we need for the achievement into 5,000 enemies defeated. Talk to your boss about the IT stuff. More talking, still not much happening. She laughed though when you told her the comparison to role models. Thanks for that. Good, I'm glad.
The last act in this grand tragedy will soon unfold, human. Are you willing to take the stage?
I must warn you that manipulate an Inquisitor is
I
not
love
the
that scene.
brightest idea, Aeldar.
Always so furious, so short-sighted. I am not your weak-willed subordinate.
Insolence! You've clearly betrayed me.
This stone once absorbed the soul of a seer, the greatest pathfinder in the garden of ever-changing roads. I need it. We need it to walk the seventh path. This is the first curio of fate I need.
I'm ready for my trial of faith.
I've always believed that the ends justify the means. Therefore, I will not blame you for manipulating me. But I have no more time for games. I want the truth. You have willingly misled an Inquisitor, and your sentence should be death. But I must unravel the mystery of this prophecy before judgment is served. Alright. We'll go with the radical.
Are you willing to cooperate?
On one condition.
What would that be?
You really, really need to survive your next battle.
Oh. What? Literally a whole bunch of enemies just coming in here. Well, as usual, Engage, I'm sad, or sorry, that you have to go through the crap that you're going through with your IT department, but I'm glad your boss at least understands and is cognizant of your issues.
I've promised you answers, human. So, you will have your answers.
Did you lead me here on purpose?
I might have manipulated you to help me take the Spirit Stone from this scorched pit of despair our planet has become. Yes.
Did you lie about everything? The prophecy? The Alpha Pariah?
I cannot lie. My role forbids it. Your Inquisitor brother knows that. That's why you were sent here. Clever, clever Mercer. I weave my words too carefully for lies.
Enough of this. Do you know the answer to my question or not?
There is a place deep within the maze that spreads between the real space and the warp. And in the heart of that living, twisting labyrinth lies the Black Library.
You are stalling again. I'm losing patience with you, Eldar.
The library is a repository of forbidden knowledge, a vast collection of books still unwritten or lost forever. And I stole the prophecy from its darkest vaults.
You had it the entire time?
I told you I didn't lie. Take the prophecy. It is yours.
I swear, that's the last time I deal with the Eldari.
We did it. Alright. Forged in pain, imprisoned in cold steel, it will come. Revered and hated and feared, into the domain of the beast with 1,000 eyes. Through trials of flame and blood and might, it will be adorned with the crown of emptiness. Into the wound that bleeds nightmares, it will walk, to rule or shape or destroy the labyrinth of no life. Notes by Magos Omicron Arc. The pretentious poem is the Eldari interpretation of the source material. The original Fabricators data is basically a collection of intertwined equations in a more pristine and evolved language. The so-called prophecy is only the most superficial layer. The true meaning is hidden in the blessed numbers. Analyzing the data may take decades, but according to my early evaluation, this text may be considered as a pattern blueprint containing genetic and Empyrean formulae. Thesis Alpha. The data contained in the Viscerum prophecy correlates with the experiments of Uther. Knowing the manipulative ways of the Eldari, there is a possibility that the same information was shared with Uther Tiberius millennia ago. Those Xenos have an exceptionally strong connection to the Empyrean. Therefore, the Alpha Pariah entity must be an anathema for them. Observation Alpha. The supplementary data embedded in the strings describing the Crown of Emptiness make it evidently clear that it is a unique and physical object. Observation Omega. As a creature of reason, I don't believe in oversimplifications such as history repeats itself. But here are certain parallels between Uther's early days, classified data. Further references would be unwise in our expedition. I rate this as an extremely unsettling observation. You have seized the ancient prophecy about the Alpha Pariah. We did it, team! Your boss is just as pissed as you? I can imagine. Alright, so we're tracking down this prophecy about the Alpha Pariah. The Tyranids and the Hive Fleet Garm scattered throughout the entire sector, infested as many planets as they could, and countless small diaspores survived the purge only to wait a much larger invasion force. Oops. What the heck did I just do? Oh. Alright. Fuck off. Banner's roughly the same. Okay, let's drop this off.
What do you make of this ancient prophecy, Magos?
The tech priest considers it pure Xenox nonsense. My opinion is more nuanced, but I can't see any practical use for it either.
You are being too harsh. The prophecy alludes to certain facts that we know are valid.
You are willing, then, to accept the existence of a million-year-old artifact created by a race long extinct that somehow had knowledge of the birth of beings like her.
Uther's research was based on ancient fabricators' technology. The existence of the Alpha Pariah could easily be the result of this prophecy. In that case, the Pariah needs the artifact to control her powers and fulfill her true potential. Otherwise, she presents grave danger to everyone.
Alright. Go talk to the captain now.
Do you have a destination for me?
I have faced some daunting tasks, but finding an unknown artifact created by a long-extinct race sounds impossible. The tech priest has scoured the available inquisitorial archives of classified data troves. Nothing.
Luckily, we have an acquaintance who knows his way around the system.
Are you referring to Nathaniel Grexus, the resourceful rogue traitor captain with a shady past?
In his youth, Grexus made a fortune as a trader in Xenos relics. He has abandoned that particular career since then, but he must have kept his contacts.
I suppose you might have an idea as to his whereabouts?
We have exchanged messages recently. He was on his way to the mining world Arcadus.
Then we will follow him. He will surely be glad to see us.
I'm sure he will. Either way, guys, break time. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.